U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll go again with Gibbs. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 more on that one and another first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago. Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD. They forced 7 turnovers. How many? 7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sheldon, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Vikings had a woeful 2-9 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Spears. Little short pass. This is Everett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, Spears. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, Whitehead, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edwards, Edmonds picks it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. 2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw now on first down. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Spears. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a give right side. Whitehead, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. the bootleg. Spears sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Spears. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Spears. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 40 yards. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. He will return this from... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first down. Gibbs will get it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Another run for Gibbs here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try the left side. Whitehead. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitehead. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Throwing on first down. Spears. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Okay, right? Real green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Spears. Addison hauls it in. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Come on, set.
On first down, Spears. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Spears. That is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Going back to Gibbs on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of BA Sports. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ready?
On second down now, Whitehead. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On third down, Spears. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Looking to throw. Spears. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a throw here, hauled in. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Spears. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 75. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he will have a Vikings first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Whitehead, and some room to maneuver. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Hey, go Fury. Ready?
Off play action. Spears. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends, his time is run out. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Come on, 38. Slide through.
To throw on second down. Spears. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
22. Do not kick it at 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the give, here's Gibbs. Nifty move. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Dances by him. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
19, Charger, 19. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Out of the gun now on third down. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Handoff now to Gibbs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now for Moody. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
As Gabriel McGraw donated $1,000 through Super Chat.
Here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Gabriel McGraw donated $2,000. He is now the highest donator of the year.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing on first down. Spears. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Spears. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Spears. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked